to record. We are good to go and live and all that stuff. Good morning.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Episode number 107 for the Just Talk podcast. Here we go.
Yes.
To my right, sorry, to my left, to your left,
It's the morning.
Yes.
I have
It's the morning.
Get
Hey
it
Hey
going.
Rich.
Mm.
And then to your right,
Hello.
I have Tommy B, who likes to be out of the camera.
Am I out of the camera?
No,
No.
I was just messing around with you.
No, you're good. No, you were good.
Sad dude.
Here we go, guys.
Yes.
So we have some great topics for you today.
Yes.
Do we?
That one. Two, maybe.
I know we
I
got
have some
stuff.
lists I can...
Yeah.
I have a lot saved up, so...
Yeah. Bring it up. We got good stuff. Oh, anything you guys want to bring up off the top of your head?
Well, we're starting off with that.
Should Mikey go dating?
Oh, you want to bring that up?
No.
Dude,
Not
We
really.
you're
talked
gonna-
about it last episode.
Yes, we did.
Oh. See, okay, hold on.
He opened up the can of worms.
He opened up the
so-
can of worms. It's because he is
I like
really
drama.
pushing back on
I
this.
love drama.
But here's the thing, dude. What I want to know is, who do you want to comment so that you will go? Because you said that.
I just want to know how many people are going to comment.
There's already, like, everybody in your close circle has been like, do we?
Yeah.
What about outside my close
It's
circle?
at
That's
7.
what I'm curious.
Can you
for.
get? See, here's the thing. You're like,
No one
you're
knows
making.
you
Did you
outside
make me
your
the
own
profile?
circle, though.
Yeah, I made you the profile. It's there. But here's the thing. Every single person you know, it's I have the list up. So
Who's waving high?
who's waving high? What are you talking about? There's nothing waving high.
Oh, I thought someone was waving high.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Wow.
The thing is,
Like,
every
right.
single person in your social circle has been like, do it. And then at the other end, you're like making an excuse. I have work. Can you get the
No,
It
I told you.
shifts
Just change the day.
to like the?
Change the day.
It's at 7:30.
Change the day.
I can't. It's the only day that's there. And here's the problem.
No, there's other days.
He posted it on Instagram.
He did.
He posted
He
it on
posted
Instagram.
Here's the thing, too. If you're familiar with Instagram already, or maybe not, I don't know.
Spoiler.
But unless, because I do this too, and I'm sure you do it too, Mike. Everyone does this on Instagram. No one really wants to comment on anyone's pictures.
Yes.
No one does, unless you're like a popular person or you have a lot of followers, and it's like, also, it's one of those things where the pictures people comment if they have something to say about it. If it's a big if they have something to say about it, like the Batman thing, people did actually comment about it because we're in this age of superhero movies that are doing amazingly well, and
Sure.
so
I agree.
on the DC side, they're like, oh, I wanted to, if they want DC to succeed or whatever, or if they're just a fan of Batman, they actually have an opinion about it.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of you posting a picture, oh, should I go to a fucking speed dating?
No.
They barely know you,
No.
which is why me and Tommy were saying like your
Sorry.
circle of friends or close circle of friends already said what they
No.
needed to say.
Do it. Oh.
Outside of that, it's not that they don't care, or actually probably don't. They don't care at all. They barely know you, Mike. They barely know you. So I'm just saying, like for me, when I see people's pictures on Instagram,
You're just like, eh.
no, it's not even that. It's just double click and move on.
Yeah.
You like it and move on. You're not gonna comment. Do you comment on every single picture you see? Are you serious?
Not every single
thank
one,
you.
but mostly.
What do you comment then? But give me an example, because
Like
you opened up a can of worms here. You're like, it depends who comments now, and I'm gonna go on a rant because I just woke up and now I just have a lot of things to say now.
Yeah, he's got coffee and he's got one.
Yes.
Yeah, because the
He's had
fucking
breakfast.
here's the thing too.
What happened with your coffee?
It didn't work.
The
Or-
Keurig?
Yeah, the Keurig didn't give me like the option of like the sizes, and then so this is the only thing I got from that one thing. So
From
I
the
think
cup?
from the cup.
Was there water in it?
Yeah, there's water in it. So it's probably messed up again because it's been messed up before. So anyways, give me an example of the comments that you would
Oh man.
picture
Yeah.
that you would ask. Or not ask, but comment on someone's picture. Like, give me an example. Like, what would you comment on people's pictures?
So if someone's driving another like BRZ or 86,
Okay,
like a FRS,
sure.
sometimes I'll comment. And be
Cool,
like,
because why? Because you're a car enthusiast and you love cars and all that stuff. So, yes, you would comment. I would comment on things too like that. But other things like, let's say, okay, here, how about this? You see your friend's baby, and they're in a park. They're swinging. It's a picture of your friend, your buddy, swinging his kid, and it's like this nice ass picture, and then would you comment on that? Or would you just say, "Oh, I like that picture," like, and move on?
Heart.
Would you actually comment? Yeah.
Heart,
yeah.
and that's it. Unless
Because
it's somebody.
It all depends on what?
On who it is.
It's your close friend.
Close friend. Oh, you just said that.
Would you actually comment?
Probably not send it to him or like say it on there, but maybe like send him a message.
Like
That's still
a DM.
comment. Yeah,
Like
a DM is still comment, isn't it?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. So yeah, so it really all depends.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll leave it at that because I can. It's just one of those things where like it depends on who comments.
A girl's nails,
I'll tell you.
girl's heels.
So you would comment on those?
Yeah, I have before.
But see, that's why speed dating is the best for you.
Why?
It's the best for you because you're already like fishing for stuff. This is coming to you, but there's being. See, the thing is, I actually asked somebody about this. They're like,
Oh, great.
Is Mike?
Yes.
No. I actually asked somebody, and they were like, "Is Mike scared?" And I was like,
Is Mike what?
"Is he scared?"
Who was that,
Is
Marcus?
he scared?
No, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
It was a girl. It was a girl.
Don't
it
worry
was
about
not a
it.
girlfriend. And they said this. They were like, "Is
Jen?
Mike scared?" Wait,
Don't worry about it, Mike.
They were like,
I'm curious.
"Is he scared?" I was like,
Probably.
Well, what do you think?
I was like, Mike is one of those, and I answer this,
Oh,
and everybody
no.
that has to do it.
Here we
And I'm
go.
sorry he's in the hot seat, but this is it. He has.
He
to
opened
be,
it. He opened
has
it right
to be
here.
Pushed off the cliff, and then once he's flying, he's like, "Guys, I love this. Oh my god, I love. Oh, and it's you know what? I'm home. This is something I have always loved
EDC
doing."
is only home. Okay, let's get that right. Okay, let's set the record straight. On camera, on air. EDC is home.
Cool. Are you scared though about this thing? A little bit.
There's a $2 bill.
All right, cool, man. I just think you should go as somebody that like is genuine. Be like,
Okay,
"No."
okay. So
It's at 7:30 in Hollywood.
I have to work that day.
Get the
and
day
if
shift.
I work,
Get the day shift.
I get off at 6.
That's fine. You can be late to this thing. That's
You
fine.
can't be late.
Yeah, you
No,
can.
no, I can't be late.
All right. Anyways,
What is
you
that,
know,
like making an entrance or something?
Yeah, buddy.
Hi, everybody.
You don't like that?
I'm Panda Mike.
Yeah, right. You don't like that?
No,
Just walk
I like
in.
to be on time.
No, you don't. You like to just kind
I like to be on time.
You do
know
like to be
that.
on time, but you like to flutter a little bit.
Flutter?
Flutter.
What am I, like a peacock or something? Hey.
Yeah,
Let me
panda.
spread my feathers.
Panda. Anyways, you know what's
Oh, man.
what happens when you go dating a lot?
Yeah. I was about to say,
Yeah.
you know what usually happens when you go speed dating or just dating in general.
Well,
Yeah.
Tommy would know.
I have no idea.
He would totally know. More than his
his.
fingers and toes.
Yeah, I you know what? I will admit I have had a couple of one night stands,
More
and
than a couple.
that's what is.
More than a couple.
No, well, whatever. That's what the title of one of our topics is.
Why are you being nervous?
I'm not being nervous. I'm talking about it. You know what? At least I admit that I've gone on a one night stand. I've done speed dating. Not done speed dating. Done tons of dating.
Sure.
Tons of dating. And have been rejected tons of times.
Sure.
I've gone over to a girl's house, been in bed with her, and she completely turned me down.
Damn.
Yeah. How's that for? And then you gotta walk, the walk of shame?
What's
I'm
that?
in my head driving being like, what the fuck did I do wrong?
I could tell you.
Yeah.
Can you?
Honestly.
No.
Guess maybe you should go to speed dating.
Speed dating.
And,
So anyways, on Bustle, Bustle, Bustle.com,
Bustle.com.
they have this article called
Bustle.com.
The 10 Things No One Ever Tells You About One Night Stands. I was curious if anybody had any of these situations or feelings and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
Number one.
Go for it.
It's thrilling to learn a stranger's body.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the
Mhm.
first time you get like...
It's the unknown,
Uh-huh.
right? It's like going to a different hike.
Yeah.
You're trying to find the pathways to
Right.
the waterfall.
Right.
Right. You're like, oh, not there. Don't go there. That's bad.
When I read this one, the first thing that popped into my head was Old School.
Old school.
Old School, where he's like, they go to that thing, they go to the couples or whatever it is, and he goes, this is a safe place. Will Ferrell, he goes,
Oh,
I was looking over, we're eating at the Olive Garden.
No.
And I was looking over at the waitress, and for some reason, I just started wondering what kind of panties she was wearing. Are they a thong or some white cotton fluffy? And he looks at his wife and he's like, What
I
do
thought
you...
this was a safe place.
It's not this... Yeah, exactly! He's like, I'm just terrified of sleeping with one woman my entire life. That was the number 1. It's thrilling to learn a stranger's body.
Interesting.
It's and number 2 is it's also kind of scary.
Yeah.
Because
Just like a hike. Yeah.
STD.
You don't want to fall
STD.
fall over the edge.
You think of an STD? I think of more of like...
I think
what
of
if
an STD.
She's got like a third nipple or like web feet or something that I don't know anything about.
I'm okay.
Well,
with
then see,
third
at that
nipple.
point, that's more that I feel like that goes into more like your desires. You know,
Yes.
you're like, ooh,
I'm
like your
okay.
fetishes.
Yeah.
Right? You're like 3 nipples.
You're right.
One extra one for me.
Yeah, even if it's on the belly.
I'm okay with the third nipple.
Third nipple, really?
Yeah.
Is there a deal breaker on the body? Okay, so here's the thing. If a girl is ridiculously hot to you...
Why was she not?
No. Think of it this way. You're in a one-night stand, you're about to pull the trigger. This girl is
No,
ridiculously
the
hot
trigger's
to
already
you.
pulled by that
Okay,
point.
but this girl is really hot for you. Is there anything you take off her clothes and would be a deal breaker where you'd be like, oh...
Pepperoni nipples.
Really?
That's the first thing.
You wouldn't get past that?
I don't know if I could. I don't know if
I hope the camera got your face.
I don't know if we ever asked this to each other, but that would be
Oh my god,
Pepperoni
that was
nipples.
so quick.
Yeah, he's...
You've never thought about that, Reno? Like, you've never thought about that? Like, you're in that moment, you're in that situation, you take off the bra and you're like, oh shit. I don't know. That has always been my thing.
I say you passed it.
I mean, I don't know. The other time was when, like, it was with my first ex-girlfriend.
Oh my god.
And it's like going down on her and everything, and like we were already in our like relationship for a while, right? So it's like it was one of those weeks she forgot to shave.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
A little bit. A little bit.
What if this girl's ridiculously hot, giving you the time of day, and she just was like, I wasn't expecting to get laid tonight?
Well,
Would you make... Are you like almost like... You better go shave! Shave it! Shave it!
I would probably help her.
Oh my lord.
But I mean...
This is a one-night stand.
But I mean...
like that type
Okay.
One night stand.
I gotta go, sir!
Okay. But it's like, that would be something I'd be like, oh, like... What is this?
Even if she's ridiculously hot?
I mean, I probably would still do it.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it would probably take me a little bit just to, you know.
This girl is ridiculous.
I can't see anything.
I don't
It's
want to
like,
say names
well, how
on
do I
camera
know?
because I would be like, it's this girl.
How do I know? Everything.
Right?
How do I know
What?
everything down there is perfectly fine if there's hair around it? You don't.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Okay, Mr. Experienced guy.
Yeah, you do. It's
Tell
good.
us.
Well, no, I was gonna say. You know what a deal breaker for me is?
Hold on.
You know what I say?
You don't know what's happening down there? There's hair there?
No, like you don't know if she's got herpes or she's got crabs or she's got fucking herpes. I don't know. A rash.
You know what? I had to find the statistic. I read it in there.
Oh
that
my gosh.
Depending on how hot the person is and how ridiculously attracted to you are, please look this up, people. Is the more willing you are to just go for it.
And this isn't Tommy's experience because he has a lot.
Yes. I'll just say that. So number three would actually be for you. Cuddling can totally be part of the equation.
I love
That's
cuddle.
totally
Imagine that, dude.
It's totally Mike.
You could totally just be like,
What's wrong with cuddling?
see, but
We
that's
never
a good part.
said there's something wrong
Oh,
with
okay,
cuddling.
okay.
We're just saying it's totally you.
Right.
God damn.
Which can go to the fourth. The connections you make are absolutely real.
Wait, what? The connections
For
you
what?
make can absolutely
3 hours or for the night?
Oh, well, yeah, because it's not fabricated. 'Cause it's just like that moment. It's all real.
Yeah.
Even if it's for like that 3 hours or 4 hours, no one's really.
Yeah.
See, I think that's when my ADD kicks in, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
There's a song that I think
no.
describes this the best. It was like,
Oh.
last night I was inside of you.
What song is
You never heard that?
this?
Go look at. I don't know that
Seriously?
stuff. That's what I'm saying. So, it's just.
Did you sing that song before?
I have.
Yeah, because it's real and raw. It's just
uh,
3 hours of just hooking up and shit.
Yeah, man.
So it's nothing.
3 hours. More
Yeah,
like an hour.
oh, yeah, whatever it is, right? An hour, 2
Wait,
hours.
hold on. And then I have a question for Tommy.
Wait. Well, after all these, because maybe
no,
we'll hit
'cause
them.
this
Okay,
goes
okay,
in.
yeah.
This goes in
Alright,
this
fine,
thing.
fine.
Go ahead.
So what's the most important thing that you do? So this is notes for all the kids out there.
You want to know
For all the kids out
all the kids out there? I would say the most important thing a guy can do: relax.
Wait, hold on. You gave me some other advice.
What did I tell you?
Okay, everyone ready?
You're putting it on camera, so go ahead.
I'm okay with that.
Go ahead.
So the thing that you always got to do is you got to make sure that you have your keys
Yes.
with your shoes.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
your
but
pants near
hold
your
on.
shoes.
It also depends on where you're going to be.
Why is that, Tommy?
Where are you going to be? If you are at somebody's house that invites you to someone's house,
Oh my
or someone's
gosh.
apartment, you kind of want to make sure you know where your shit is. That's all I gotta say.
That's true.
So
If you're at a hotel,
so you know when,
what do you got?
so the day that it happened to me,
Uh huh.
I kind of just that stuck in my head.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, and I was like, you know what? Just in case, I'm gonna put my pants over here. I'm gonna put my shoes right underneath.
So you gotta make an exit. If you do something stupid, you gotta be like, oh, I got a shark.
It's a clean break, right? Oh my god.
Oh, dude. See, but the thing is, did you pay for the room?
I did.
See, if you pay for the room, there's no clean break, because it's technically you still gotta check out and do all that shit.
You're gonna check out, please? Right. Just stand like with the blankets on. What are you doing?
You don't even say anything, you just...
Wow.
Number 5.
Number 5.
The sex could be the hottest you've ever had.
I can see that.
That's self-explanatory.
I can see that, yeah.
You know what I mean? There is, I think the fear and the anticipation, the excitement, all that build-up is just like...
Again, it's raw, right? It's
Yeah.
like your primal instincts
Yeah.
kind of just kicking in, because it's especially if you know it's a one night stand. If you're and there's I'm sure there's many people out there just like, I'm gonna go out just to get laid,
Right.
guys or girls or whatever you are, right? Whatever gender you are, and it's just one of those things where like, all right, cool, let's just get laid.
Yeah.
That is my goal
Yeah.
for tonight.
Exactly.
So whatever happens at that night, when you're getting lit and shit, it's just raw. There's no like you said, what was it, number 3? It's real.
Yeah.
It's a real connection because
Yeah.
it's just boom.
Yeah.
You know.
But number 6,
Oh no, what's number 6?
but it could also be really, really bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pepperoni
maybe.
nipples. I'm out of there. Turn the lights off.
See, here we go. You just said it right there. Turn the lights off. Would you still do it then? Because if you can turn the lights off, that's a quick fix, right?
See, but I like to have the lights on.
Okay.
I like to.
You know what's funny?
To see what I'm doing.
I'm there, but I worked however hard to get there. I'm gonna finish the race.
Let's just do doggy style.
Yeah.
Go the other way around.
Flip it. Huh?
Or if you don't want to do any work, you can just lay down. Reverse cowgirl. You
Right?
face that
Yeah,
way.
man.
Don't face me while you're riding me.
Right? And it's still kind of hot already because it's like, you're like, I just met this person. Like, holy shit. You know? So.
Yeah.
This one's kind of number 7.
Wow.
Just for depending on who you are, you might catch feelings.
Wait, I thought this was number...
7. 6 was it could be really, really bad, and 7 is
Oh, okay.
You might- 5 was the sex could be the hottest you've ever had.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So 7, depending on who you are, and I think you kind
are.
of have to experience this with like outside of a relationship with a one night stand. Is do you catch feelings? Can you have kind of like
Friends with benefits never works.
No, not friends with benefits, but like in general, like, are you somebody that you kind of feel like you're gonna get attached during sex? Because it does happen.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to answer.
I think it depends on how the night goes.
Right, which is number 8. But you also might not.
Right. Because depending on... it all depends on how the night goes, and I think it all depends on how you're approaching the situation.
Wait,
if you're
what?
literally just wanting to get laid, then I think your mentality is already not to catch feelings.
Right.
But if you're just there having a good time at a bar or whatever, and that's still your goal, but then somehow, some way, there's this chemistry that you click with the girl, you're like, shit, there's actually, I feel like there might be something here, no, I can't, you start like kind of doubting yourself,
Right.
and I feel like at that point, if it is still, you still get her to your casa or a hotel or whatever it is, and then you keep going, you're like, there might be that little thing like,
I actually like this chick.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So
You
that's
know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
So,
Like, she's
I actually
cool.
like her. Yeah.
You know?
Like, besides, like, cool, the sex is great and all, but, like,
Besides
outside of that, like, when we were talking at a bar, there was just something there. Like,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I
She's,
got the feeling.
yeah.
The last two are kind of in that category, actually.
Interesting.
Is,
Oh, no.
I'll say them at the same time. Is number
Number
9,
9.
you might end up in a relationship.
Yeah.
And 10, you might miss them more than you ever expected.
Oh,
Which is interesting.
Has that happened to you, Tommy?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like miss them more than expected, but the relationship one is kind of there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
kind of there.
Yeah.
More frequently than I'd like to
funny.
admit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wow, Tommy
okay.
gets attached to people.
yeah, of
Tommy
course.
gets attached to
I'm
people.
human.
I feel like everyone does eventually, you know. I think I think we just let ourselves not to get attached because we're scared
Yes.
and we're fearful of what can happen because it's already happened to us.
Yeah.
Like the idea of like we're operating out of fear because you're closing yourself off because you don't want to get heartbroken
Right.
again, because that experience for you back then was so tragic that you don't want to go through that. No one does.
Right,
no
right,
one in this
right.
single world would ever want to go through that again, unless you're a fucking, I don't know,
A guru.
psychopath. You're like, yeah, no, I want the heartbreak. I want to get into a relationship so I can fucking ruin it.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
unless you're one of those people that thrives off of that and feeds off of that, then sure, maybe that is something you're like, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna get into this relationship, I'm gonna play around with this girl, I'm gonna break her heart before
Right.
she can break mine, because I don't want my heart to be broken
Right.
ever again. But I love the idea of being in a relationship.
Right.
I love the cuddly stuff, the sweet, all that shit. I love Valentine's Day, all that crap. But I'm gonna ruin this relationship first. I can break their heart before they can break mine.
Right,
That then
exactly.
I fucking win in the relationship.
Right. And there are people that are like that, which
Yeah,
is scary.
yeah.
too.
It's sad, too.
It's sad, yeah, but it's true because we're operating out of fear. We're not letting ourselves just be open and experience the whole emotion, all this stuff, because, again, we don't want to go through that thing that we went through back then that
Right.
might have led us to this kind of path we're in now.
Yeah,
and
right.
it's hard to break out of that cycle and that habit, and just in general, it's hard to break out of a fucking habit.
Yeah,
if you're especially if you're a creature of habit.
Yes.
Oh man, fuck that.
Yeah.
Trying to break out of that,
No
you're like,
way,
oh fuck.
no way.
It'll just be, once you break out of it, I feel like you'll just return back into the circle. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm here again. Goddamn.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, or if you have an
So-
addictive personality.
yeah.
all
So
of
I think.
No, I have to go back to it. No. Oh, no, I gotta go back to it.
Yeah. So
So going back to what you're saying, like a deal breaker, going all the way back. Why?
that was so quick.
So, well, because I had one.
Like
that I
I
was-
said, I've always thought about that. I'm like,
It's not that I've never thought about it, but it's like, I like what Tommy said earlier. Once you're there,
yeah, once you're there,
I feel like
You
you're
get past
you'll be
it.
there. Like, you know,
I will use. I guess I don't know if it's Tory Lane or Tory Black. I think it was Tory Black at the AVN Awards, and she just won like I think best female performer for a porn star.
oh.
And she was like, I want to tell
How do you
everybody-
measure that?
right?
How do you measure that?
yeah,
Female
right.
performer.
She's very talented.
Jesus, guys.
Got me through some hard times. That's
I
all
wonder if
gotta
there's a
say.
survey of like all the guys that she fucked, and then they asked all the guys that she had to
I think that's what it is.
had a you know not a movie but a session with you know
How would you
and,
rate this session?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, 10
well, if you look at it this way, like what porn stars, right? They have oh, it's this episode for Brazzers. It's this
right.
thing. And then next thing you know, like a couple of weeks later, she's back into another kind of a session
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
things. I don't know what they call it, but
It's something, I guess.
another video, right?
Yeah,
so
something.
yeah.
I really think it's like.
I just want to know how they measure that shit.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Like, is it
'Cause-
sales also too? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
that's interesting. I didn't think about that.
or I'm thinking like, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking it's like the Academy.
well, that's what I was gonna say. I was
People
like
vote.
like a ballot.
Yeah, I think
Like a
it might
voting
be
ballot.
that. So,
And then there's your head, like the little round table of the actual head honcho for the porn industry.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, Okay, cool.
Yeah, right. Like
4 out of 5. All right, it's Story Black or whatever the fuck
You know what?
her name
I think
is.
people just like watching her fuck.
Yeah.
She said the best. She's like, everybody here. I've worked with everybody here. She's like, everybody smells different and everybody tastes different. And I was like,
I would laugh if that's like her own self that she's actually tasting.
sure. I would say this.
What part?
From a one night stand.
Is it the top part or the bottom part?
The smells and the tastes are going to be something that, if you're in a relationship, are different.
No shit, Sherlock. My experience was like, oh shit. I was like, this is something new. I was like, I haven't smelled this in a while. I didn't know it could smell like that. What is that smell? Because that's one of like the... I forget. There was an article out there.
What article is that? We gotta find that article.
It was I think 15 or 10 top things about sex or something that's weird.
Yeah.
And one of them was the smells.
The smells. Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa. Like it does smell like every now and then, And it's just like,
it's just
disgusting.
It just depends. Like for example, I was reading an article last night about there's a thing called Keto Crotch apparently. That if somebody goes on the keto diet and they're really heavy into it,
The keto diet.
yeah,
No sugar, no carbs, right?
all of it, but you eat a lot more fat.
Right.
This is something that's just out there. It was on the Huffington Post.
Yeah.
About a female crotch smells like
meat.
I don't know. I don't remember what they described it. It's
Well,
just-
you got a girlfriend.
she's not on a keto diet.
Well, you
sir.
could put her on one.
No,
And you could tell
I'm
us.
Good. I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Maybe
That's
Mike, if you get a girlfriend, you could put
Well,
her on
you
a
have a
keto
girlfriend
diet.
too.
right. If you go, you know how you get a girlfriend? You go on dates.
Boom. Boom. I would have said boom out loud more. But I'm waiting for a coffee to kick in.
Right. Boom goes the dynamite.
We have this.
Oh yeah, it's $2 bill. Yeah, I know.
Or it goes ding. So, anyways, yeah. So those are
Nice.
the 10 one-night stand things.
Nice.
I was curious also too. If anybody listens to this, if they want to leave a comment about
Well, I was gonna say, for everyone watching and listening, if you guys have been on a one-night stand or experienced many one-night stands, let us know what your guys' experience are. Not, you don't have to fucking give us the full detail.
I want details.
But, of course, Mike would want the details. But
Pepperoni
just
nipples,
let us
small
know, like,
nipples,
if
small
you've ever hit
areolas.
one of those 10.
Yeah.
I know some of them are like in the gray area of like basically the same thing,
Yeah.
but like.
But here's the thing, also too. This is a male perspective. Like, if
Kind
there's a
of vagina.
female
Of course,
perspective.
yeah, of course.
Like, have they
Maybe a
experienced
plastic,
anything where
yeah.
they're like, oh shit, like
Boob job.
guys are like 10 times worse or whatever. You know, what I mean?
Right.
They don't shave, they don't bathe or whatever. So-
Yeah. So, for everyone out there, again, listening and watching, let us know if you guys have experienced a one-night stand, and then if you ever did one of those 10 things, if it's ever happened to you.
Yeah, right.
So.
Someone's like, I fell in love with someone.
That's
It happens.
It happens, man.
Next thing you know, they're fucking 5 years later, they're about to get married, or whatever it is.
I mean,
How'd you guys meet? We had a one-night stand.
Yeah, we had a one-night stand.
multiple one-night stands.
Yeah, multiple. Yeah. So you guys were basically dating.
A relationship.
Yeah, you can say that.
We didn't want to label that.
Yeah, you can say
We
that.
didn't like
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
And then one day, it's
We hung out pretty much every week.
Yeah,
But we never dated.
or every day,
Yeah,
we didn't hang
pretty
out,
much.
but we saw each other.
We saw each
my
other, yeah.
God.
We called and texted pretty much every other day, every
We
day.
sexted
You know.
each other.
Yeah.
We Skyped each other. We FaceTimed each other. Oh my
man.
god.
Gotta love it.
That's
Gotta
hilarious.
love it. So,
Oh,
moving on.
Moving
Wow.
on.
wow. It's like, do you go protected or unprotected,
Well, speaking of protected and unprotected, Umbrella Academy
I heard it was bad.
is bad.
That's
No!
what I heard.
Next time,
One of my
next time,
coworkers was like,
I forgot to tell you guys that it's right there. It's right there. You see it? You see it?
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to say that for next time?
We're saving for next time because I do want to watch Umbrella Academy.
Oh, okay, cool.
I want to watch it.
Sorry.
So I want to talk
We'll
about
catch
it.
up. See, but did you watch it?
No, I had a coworker tell me.
Okay, so
I
I
say
don't
you
listen.
can't even
Yeah,
talk
don't
about
listen to
it.
him.
You're a coworker.
You gotta watch.
He's a comic book guy, though.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but
fair.
did he walk in there with biases already?
I don't know. I didn't ask him that.
Because I went blind. I went completely blind.
You're completely blind.
completely
I've never actually read the books, but I know I'm a fan of Gerard Way's
Yes.
work, so I do want to check it out eventually. It's only 8 episodes.
It's on 8 episodes.
8 episodes, 1 hour each, I believe.
Yeah.
So that should
only
be
8 hours.
Yeah, that should be a quick binge for me, especially once I fucking did 4 hours of Russian Doll 2 weekends ago or something.
That's it? No, I'm joking.
All I can say
yeah.
is if you're a fan of like that X-Men University.
Esque.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that
X-Men
feeling of like,
That's
oh,
what
this
it
is what
is.
it's like when they're in school.
Mhm.
That has a feeling of that, but where the story's leading, and
Well,
you're
on,
like, whoa.
on top of that, there's piggyback. I finished Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can talk about that.
Yeah. What'd you
Talk
think
about that. What's funny is that I kind of shook my head when you texted everyone, and then there's a comment there. But where's the X-Men? I was just like,
X-Force!
like you do know they have their own movie, right? That's where the X-Men are. This is just Deadpool,
Right.
So, what'd you think?
I thought it was really good. I like Deadpool. Now I'm actually trying to watch it on the unrated version.
Okay, yeah,
I watched
yeah.
it on the rated version. And I was
yes,
kinda
yeah.
like, they still kept like some things in
Okay.
there and some things not in there, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
why didn't I see the unrated first?
Right.
Because
right.
it probably just would have been that much more better.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen the unrated version, but if anything, from my experience, like unrated versions are just added like scenes that are maybe a little bit more gruesome for the
Which
for
I'm
their-
okay with.
Yeah, I know, which is fine.
More blood, blah blah blah.
Yeah, more blood, more
Yeah.
gore. In this
Yes.
case, if it's like a
Nudity.
more nudity or whatever it is, right? That's pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't really affect the actual storyline, the actual thing.
I would love to see Deadpool in like
Wolverine.
something like a Marvel crossover.
I mean, eventually it'll happen,
I
right?
would,
Like
I would
with
love
the whole
to see that.
with the whole Fox Disney merger
Yeah.
that's already approved.
Yeah.
Basically already approved. From what last time I read, it's like it's down. It's in the way like probably give it the next 10 years and we'll see an actual crossover with Avengers and X-Men. But I remember people in the internet are talking about how like once you put the X-Men and Fantastic Four and all that in the Avengers world, it's kind of gonna ruin the whole vibe of it, because the whole Avengers think of it this way, but the Avengers, if they're the only heroes operating in that world, putting the X-Men there kind of makes them seem
Like obsolete almost.
kind of, because now you have like people with like crazy powers.
Right.
With the Hulk, he's just a Hulk, and then you have Iron Man as just this, what was it, Playboy millionaire? What did he say?
And he's a playboy.
Philanthropist.
Genius philanthropist.
And then you have a super soldier. In a way, the Avengers are so unique that once you throw in the X-Men and Galactus and Fantastic Four, you're like, oh, well, shit. If you really want to get, I guess, technical about it, even though there are some arguments out there in the comic book world that Cap can beat some higher powered heroes and shit, like Iceman is an Omega level mutant, like
Right.
fuck, you're screwed, you know what I mean? Like, so it's one of those things where like, but I'm sure it'll happen, or with crossovers and stuff, and with leading in to what we're gonna be watching tonight, Captain Marvel
Yep.
has been.
No, it's not Shazam.
Oh damn.
That's not out yet. I'm sorry, it is Captain.
But Captain Marvel.
Talk about a slip up.
Actually, no.
That
I
is-
know exactly what
Yes.
Tommy was trying to do.
Almost a slip up. Jeez. Slow it down there.
I got excited, man.
I can tell.
I got excited. It was my it was a one night stand. It was.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you said. Shazam! What's you got?
Could you imagine
Shazam!
if everyone that like every guy who was gonna come had like, instead of being like
We
said
talked
something?
about this.
No, that was it. We said a sound.
Oh, we did say a sound.
But imagine if it was
If we
like
have,
you just unconsciously like somebody's like hamburger or some shit. Shazam! 50.
50. You always say the number that
Yes.
23.
Oh
They're like,
my God.
What do you mean 23? Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Michael
right.
Jordan did.
Yeah, right. Slam dunk that
I
shit.
shot my shot. And I made it.
Oh my god.
Or you could be like 8 Kobe, 24 Kobe, or just keep
Kobe again.
Cowabunga!
Yeah, right.
There you go. See? Cowabunga.
See? Oh man.
X-Force.
Right. So good.
Anyways, we will be watching Captain Marvel tonight. So if you guys already know when Captain Marvel is releasing. That is the day we are recording this episode.
Yes.
So what are your guys's... Now we're all... I know this, that we all are, we barely know Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. I know of her when she was in the Avengers in the comics. Mm-hmm. That's the only kind of experience that I have with her. Other than that, I don't necessarily know her background and all that, and all her origins and whatnot. So for this movie, I'm, in a sense, going in blind. This is going to be my first Marvel movie that I don't really know anything about this character. Mm-hmm. So... For you two, since we're all in the same boat here, what do you guys want to see in this Captain Marvel movie, and what do you think, and how do you think it'll tie up to, because the next movie after this is fucking...
Endgame.
Endgame.
You know what's funny? I'm not even super excited about the movie. I want to know how it's tied into Endgame.
Okay.
I want to know where because spoiler,
we probably won't
anybody
see it.
that hasn't seen Infinity...
First of all, if you haven't seen Infinity War...
If you haven't seen the snap...
If you haven't seen Infinity War, I feel like you're at that point maybe in your life or just in general, where you're like, you're not part of the whole Marvel universe.
Yeah. See, like, I feel
world.
kind of bad because, Carlos is kind of like that, and same thing with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
They're like really behind.
But do they care?
They kind of care, but like they watched Black Panther like a couple weeks ago, and they're like, "Wow, this was really good. Like, what have I been missing?" And I'm like, "Dude, you've been missing like the last 6 years of this, or like even 10." Well, he's watched most of like some of the early ones. Like,
I will argue, and they can. Then that's fine if they think I'm wrong. But I will argue that people who's kind of wishy-washy and has only seen a few of those movies don't really care.
Yeah,
probably.
I can argue that. They can be like, "No, I care." If you did, then you would go watch the movie within a 3-month span or 6 month span.
Or a couple days.
Or a couple of days. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, if it's one of those things that flies under your radar, you don't really care that much.
Right.
You know? Like, I'm not saying they're not going to enjoy the movies.
Oh, no.
Not that at all. But as far as caring and, like, actually be like, I want to know what happens next, they don't care.
Like, for example, I've never watched Mad Men.
That's the one thing I actually do want to watch.
I would love to watch that because I hear great things about it.
I've seen the first half of season 1. Yeah. It's great. It's super slow.
There you go.
Super slow. Holy fuck!
And I feel like after like the first season, you're like, wow, I'm in this.
It's kind of like Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but getting there,
and
like,
it came out in the same time.
But here's the it's kind of
yeah. Sorry.
No. I was gonna say it's kind of like that first. Mad Men is probably where Carlos is with superhero movies. Like you just kind of like, it's there. I don't really care.
Yeah, probably.
You know? So, anyways.
But yeah, so for you, it's not that you don't care about the movie, but you're more curious about how it ties in.
Yeah, where was she? Because at the end of
exactly.
He goes in and gets that pager or whatever it is, and you see the symbol, and I'm like, okay, why did you use that?
A long time ago.
Yeah, where was she? What's going on? You know what I mean? And then, there's a whole bunch of theories like, she's in a galaxy or something taking care of some shit or time travel. Whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm curious to see what they do, how that incorporates to the new one, Endgame, and then if there's anything in there that's going to incorporate to what happens after Endgame.
Yeah. So. I think right now, as far as... I'll do that after. So what do you think? What are your hopes for the movie, or what do you want to see in the movie? Again, we're all going in blank slate here. Yeah, I barely know who... I know who Carol Danvers is. Again, my experience with her, she's part of the Avengers, so every time she shows up, that's the only time I know of her. And then there's Civil War 2. I don't know if you actually read it yet.
I haven't read it yet. I gotta catch up.
There's more like, okay, that's how she is as a character. But for you, going in blank in this movie, what do you want to see? What are your hopes are, and how do you think, or are you more curious about how it ties in?
Kind of
actually, just all of them, yeah. Okay,
all of it, basically, because I don't know anything about Captain Marvel. Like when you guys first mentioned it to me, however many episodes ago, I was like, "Who is this?" I actually remember sitting at work on my computer and was like trying to research who Captain Marvel is.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Which one? The DC one? Or
yeah. Well, no.
Why does Shazam keep fucking? What is this shit?
What is this?
Yeah. So I knew that like to look her up and see what she is and blah blah blah, because you guys told me that she's supposed to be as powerful as Superman.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, Superman's pretty strong. Make sure he gets away from the kryptonite. But take him to the sun, heaven forbid, everybody watch out.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, well, you know, like, I want to know who this is. Like, I want to know more.
Right.
So, you know, I'm curious to know, like, what kind of power she has, what's her, like, story, but I want to know how it ties into everything, of course.
Yes.
Because we all want to know what Endgame is. We want to know who's going to be the next team or what team's going to be there, because we all kind of know that the original Avengers are there.
Does the Kree play any part in that?
Yeah, and what are these, what do they call them? The shapeshifter things?
Skrulls?
Yeah, the Skrulls. It's like, well, do the Skrulls tie into Endgame? Are they, you know, so I mean, there's so many questions, and
of course.
I even stayed away from, like, watching, like, trailers and stuff, like, on YouTube, you know, and the newer trailers, because I was just like, I just wanted to see the first one like you.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to go in a blind. I was like, I want to try Rion's
reveals.
way.
Yeah.
I want to try Rion's way this time, and I want to see, like,
You'll
how
probably
it is.
enjoy it. I have a feeling you're going to enjoy it. Yeah.
I probably will.
Yeah.
I mean, I like everything so far about the Marvel Universe and what they're doing. Obviously, I'm kind of just in the passenger seat while they're the pilot and flying the plane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
literally,
I'm just like,
she's a pilot.
shut up. Duh. But I'm saying Marvel Studios, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I was like, I'll sit in the freaking passenger seat, let me take the seatbelt, lock myself in, and let's go for a freaking ride.
Yeah, if it ever goes down, at least have my seatbelt on.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But I don't think it ever would, but I'm just like, wow, like,
Mm-hmm.
what they're doing, you know, it looks pretty good. You know, I mean, from the scenes that I see is like her flying through space with her helmet on and stuff.
Right.
You know, and the train scene where she hits the grandma because it's a scroll.
And I remember
like,
when everyone,
what is
like,
going on?
there was like a little minor controversy about why is she hitting her grandma, and people didn't know about it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Fucking scroll.
Yeah. It's like, you're not a comic book reader.
I feel like that's like us being like, first of all,
Yeah, right.
she wasn't intending to hit an actual grandma.
Right.
She's a superhero. She would never do anything.
Yeah,
like
Plus,
right.
that.
It's a movie, guys.
Yeah.
Hello. And I mean, I kind of thought the same thing at first, but then whenever you said, Tommy, you were like, oh yeah, it's the Skrulls, you know, and you mentioned it a couple episodes ago before we got the camera, and I was like, oh, that's why she's hitting it, because it's a shapeshifter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, they shape in the form of anything that they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. Come on, people. Let's not take things so seriously these days. You know, so. But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. And even for, like, Endgame, I'm, like, trying to stay away from, like, seeing commercials and stuff or trailers for it. If there's, I know there's only that one, but, you know, I'm just trying to stay away from it because I just want it to be, like, pure. And just be like, whoa.
Yeah, because the last trailer that they showed was the Super Bowl one. And that was it. There hasn't been any trailers new trailers that dropped. And at this point, I think if they do drop another trailer, that'd be crazy because it's literally 2 months. In 2 months, you know. And yeah, it's just like, all right, cool.
Right.
Whatever.
I got two things.
Okay, two things.
Idris Elba is going to be Deadshot.
That is like, it's in talks right now, but he's most likely going to be
Here's the
replacing.
thing. You know what's funny? If there was,
Deadshot.
It's so funny. If there was a dude that was going to replace Will Smith, I'm like, Idris
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah,
I think most people are like, oh, all right. Like nobody was like, no, he can't be replaced. As soon as you say Idris Elba, yeah, right.
Well, I feel like it also kind of fits in with since he's kind of like a superpowered villain and the Hobbs and Shaw thing.
I was sitting there. I'm like, are they going superpower? Like, what do they? Are they dabbling in that universe? Like that opens up a whole other can of worms.
At this point, he's fucking bulletproof.
Jesus
like in the Hobbs and Shaw.
Christ.
Like, come on.
That's I can't wait for.
But yeah, that is one of the news that like came out just recently, a day ago, 2 days ago. That there was now I believe now he's in talks. It's not officially yet. It's not official from what I know, unless they made it official already. But from what I know is that he had talks with like Warner Brothers exec and all that, and James Gunn, and then the talks went very well, and so far he's basically replacing Will Smith. But as of right now, from what I know, it's not official yet. But there are like it's already like he's basically Deadshot.
Well, do you think it's because Will Smith might be a little overworked?
No, I think it's
because he's doing a couple things right now.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not that he's overworked. It's just scheduling.
Yeah,
because he has Bad Boys for Life,
right?
And I'm sure he has other projects that he hasn't. Oh, well, no, that's done. I was gonna say
there's a lot of stuff
done.
in production.
Well, I mean, that was just starting, that started, I guess, and then probably like you said, scheduling.
Yeah, it's scheduling, and I'm sure if anything, like usually with actors, sometimes you're like, I want more money.
Right,
Yeah. It's usually that's how it usually.
Give me the money.
Yeah.
Show me the money. You forgot it, Tommy.
No, because I was thinking about
you
something.
didn't say
Show me money. Congratulations, you're still my agent. Now, who's the one I was thinking about? Idris Elba just needs to be James Bond already. They need to have like a screenshot of him sitting there and just being like, Bond.
In a suit?
James Bond. No, doesn't even have to be in a suit. He could just be in a bow tie and it'll work.
That's James Bond, though.
No, he could be. Idris is the only dude.
Speaking of James Bond, I saw a rumor. It was just a rumor, so it's not confirming, but a rumor that, oh my god, what's his name? This actor is going to be James Bond.
In the running?
In the running. Cilian Murphy.
Oh.
Who's he?
This...
Isn't that Scarecrow?
Yes, it is Scarecrow.
He's gonna be James Bond?
No, I can't see it. He's
there
too
is-
scrawny. Too scrawny.
I don't know what they want to do with that. You know what I mean?
I'm James Bond.
Oh, that's good now. Never mind, hold on.
Oh my god!
Let's see, because I just saw like an article. I was like, wait, what? He might be
Cilian
James
Murphy.
Bond. That's gonna be interesting.
Check it.
As of right
See,
now,
you know what
as of right now, obviously it's just a rumor. But I'm like, I never.
Yeah, because
What
here's the thing.
what?
What I'm always curious about is right now. I guarantee you, there's somebody whoever
Sure.
has control of James Bond. They're like, no, I'm gonna pick who I want to pick.
Lame.
You know, and it's kind of like, yeah, okay, that's cool, but fuck you. Like, I guarantee you, just make Idris James Bond. You'll sell just as much tickets out there.
I think it's
Yeah.
just because it's James Bond. Like, everyone knows who Bond is.
Right.
It's true.
I mean, it's like I guess you can go wrong if you pick the wrong guy.
Yes,
But
yes,
it's just
you can.
the role of James Bond has been so iconic over the years, and I know that we've talked about it before, but it's just like it's James Bond. Like,
Right.
He's like your ideal picture of a man.
Oh,
You know, it's like his charisma, his poise, you know, and just how he carries himself. You know, it's like if you get someone in there that's like kind of too scrawny or just doesn't have the mentality of Bond, forget it. It's like just kick him out.
Right.
You know, it's like who cares who you want to pick? It's like, do they match the ideal characteristics of Bond? That's my little rant about it.
Nice. Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Alright.
Daniel Craig was Daniel Craig, right?
It was the last one.
Yeah, it's just like you look at him and it's like, yeah, I can see Bond, and I think he was a better Bond than Pierce Brosnan, in my opinion. Pierce Brosnan always seemed like he was almost like too like prima donna-ish, you know, like I don't want to get hurt. No, I don't want to have
It
scratches.
was a '90s Bond. Each
Well,
Bond.
that's the thing.
film-
Like with Daniel Craig, they
Yeah.
went more with the grittier,
Yeah.
Right.
raw. Yeah,
Each-
yeah.
He got kicked in the balls, man.
It's true. Wait,
Yeah.
didn't he get tasered too or something? Because remember he was in that like
Yeah, it was,
in the chair
he
and
had
all.
the rope and
Yeah.
stuff.
the rope.
like that.
Yeah. Oh.
By the way, that guy with the blood, I don't remember what it's called.
Sheesh.
He's doing a lot of Mikhail Magnuson or so whatever it is. He's in so many movies now. He's in Polar.
Oh, Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen. There you
Mads
go.
Mikkelsen.
He's great, dude.
Mads Mikkelsen.
The last one, Ryan, you'll get this one really quick. Mark Grayson. Mark Grayson.
What about him?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, Invincible.
Invincible.
Has a series coming out.
Yes, sir.
Really sick.
What's Mark
Steven
Grayson?
Yeun. Steven Yeun
Is Mark.
Grayson.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'm excited
Oh,
about
I
that
know.
shit. Let's do it.
Oh, I know.
Can y'all educate me? 'Cause I don't know who that is.
Invincible is a book by Robert Kirkman.
A book or a comic book?
Comic book.
Yeah, comic book. I was gonna say book because I always think of the
I'm
graphic
getting
novel.
educated.
Comic book.
He's basically
So same writer as The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Super
okay.
dinosaur. I think, something like that.
Teenager whose father is the most powerful superhero on the planet.
That's Superman.
Imagine if Superman had a teenage son.
This is Captain Marvel.
Sure. Either way. Switching it all up.
So Superman did have a son.
Yeah.
Superman Returns.
Oh, not that.
Oh, that
I'm
movie.
just pulling your guys' legs, guys.
No, but he does have a son in the comics now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
I mean now, but imagine
yeah,
from
yeah.
the perspective of
So
somebody
this
writing
is this is the being's son or whatever that's about. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good. I'm excited to see what they do with it, and it's everybody, the writers, all that, even the casting. Yes.
I think with the age of superhero TV shows, also, this is the perfect time to kind of slip in there and be like,
Yes.
all right, cool, here we go. Let's do this with Umbrella Academy coming out with the whole Doom Patrol is killing it from what I've been hearing. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I'll send you my account.
I want to watch that. Is it? Let me know when you watch it, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what's going on.
It's one of those things where, especially with the Marvel TV shows and all that stuff, like this is that perfect time to kind of just go, all right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll put this in, see how this works. It's in FX or AMC. I forget which.
I think AMC's gonna do.
I forget which.
I feel
network
AMC's
it's on.
Because Kirkman and AMC, he can do whatever he wants there.
That's true. That's true. Invincible TV show. It might be AMC. Let's see. So it's first episode is supposed to be on 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It will be. And oh no. Amazon Prime.
What?
Amazon
I
Prime.
stand corrected. I apologize.
Amazon
for
Prime.
that.
J.K. Simmons is there too.
Yes, that's what.
Sandra Oh. Is J.K. Simmons the dad?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Right.
Fuck me. And Sandra Oh, Seth. Wow. I didn't even look at this cast, dude.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That's crazy. This is amazing. Let's see.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah,
really good. Really good.
That'd be dope. That'd be really cool. That would be really cool.
And then for all of us, the last one, 6 weeks. It is officially 6 weeks and counting. And
6 weeks.
before I say it, 6 weeks, I want to say this.
Another surprise?
Not a surprise, but I feel like everything before the evolution
6 weeks.
of the next genre of what's to come, there's always something big that ushers in. Wait, listen. There's something that ushers in what that next thing's gonna be. It is Game of Thrones.
Oh shit!
April 14th. But the reason why I say that is,
I can't wait.
if you really think about what's happening right now in the streaming wars and the television wars and all that stuff, I feel like Game of Thrones is the last kind of like ultra big boom. When people are sitting down to watch this thing.
Oh, on a weekly basis.
On a weekly basis.
Right.
I don't know if there's anything else after Game of Thrones on this level on
this
network
level.
television
Right.
that's going to be that big. I don't think so, because of what's happening with Disney Plus, what's happening with Netflix, what's happening with all that.
I have no idea. I doubt it.
I don't see it as this big. I'm saying this is the last show that's going to be. I could be wrong, but
we still have to.
So I have, as far as genre goes.
No, as
far
like
as
show. Where you go, you can actually go out and be like,
No.
say like
I have
Game
something.
of Thrones.
I have something.
Ooh, what do you got?
This is where I'm going at. As far as genre shows, yes, Game of Thrones is probably the last one as big as this that people will actually tune in every week on their fucking couch if you have HBO, or actually, even if you have HBO Go or Now, I always forget which one's which. Because there's the online one and there's the actual just like the TV service one, but you're not actually HBO Go. I forget. Anyways, Game of Thrones is probably the last one that people will tune in every week, right? But as far as just network shows, there's a lot of dramas out there that people still tune in, and one of the biggest one right now is This Is Us.
Oh yeah, but see, I had that conversation with somebody where I was like, you know what, This Is Us. It hits on a platform of like relationship people. If you're in a relationship,
But then, like, technically that can be it for anyone.
Yeah, because-
even if you're single and shit.
but it's like I know
It's
people,
drama.
and the only reason I don't have any data behind this because I
Yeah.
was just discussing it like literally like last night where
Right.
This Is Us, huge, right?
It's huge.
But it's like, I know some people are like, oh, I've heard of This Is Us, and this is amazing, but I haven't watched it like Game of Thrones.
Right.
Like, Game of Thrones is like, everybody I know is like, oh my god, I'm watching it.
Right.
Maybe,
My argument there is that I feel like we only know the people that watch Game of Thrones. There's another half of the equation where, like, I don't know what Game of Thrones is.
Right.
Let's be honest here. Someone here in this room right now didn't watch Game of Thrones until just a few weeks ago.
right.
I'm just saying. They've heard about Game of Thrones,
Right.
just like those people who's heard about This Is Us.
Yeah.
But then finally, someone dipped in their toes and then kind of fell in. Someone needed that little push, right? A little push to watch the whole thing, and then now they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait for season 8, the final season!
So good!
Oh my gosh,
so good!"
So that's my argument there. Like, I feel like it's the other half of the equation where there's a lot of people that have seen This Is Us, or not have heard of This Is Us. I've heard it. I've seen one episode, and I'm like, "Wow, oh, is this that? Is that?" And then my friend was like, "Yeah, yeah," and I'm like, fuck, I want to watch this now. And they got amazing cast. Milo Ventimiglia, Mandy Moore.
Aquaman.
Justin Hartley. And then, like, it's an awesome cast. And it's the story, too, when I watched this one episode, out of context, they didn't know anything about it. They're like, oh, so this is happening, this is this. And I'm like, oh, so that's oh! Yeah. And I'm like...
when it hits, it hits.
I'm like...
it's good.
That makes sense.
I see. And so now I actually want to watch it. And... so it's the same thing, and that's a big thing for for drama and network.
Where are they
television.
showing This Is Us?
NBC.
And I believe it's actually not. It's a network show, but I believe it's only like.
It's how many episodes?
It's only like 8-10 episodes.
Yeah, it's
so in a sense, this whole binging thing, they're kind of
3 seasons. 3 seasons
right now.
That, you know what? Also too on that, because I agree with you. Game of Thrones is like in its 8th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It's basically over.
Yeah. This Is Us. 2 things. One, there's a scene in there with Sterling K. Brown. I don't know if you.
There you go. That's the other.
Where he goes to his dad. He's like, "You for my entire life, and because of who I am," and he's like at his doorstep, like bitching at his dad, like going at him, just and the dad's just quiet, and he sits there and he's like,
yep.
"Do you want to come inside?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
So, other thing with This Is Us, I feel like after that show, a lot of babies are being made. That's all I gotta say.
What are you telling us that we
because
don't know?
it puts you, if you ever watch This Is Us,
it puts you in the mood.
No, it puts you in an emotional state. Like
it
how
So
it hits. Don't worry, man. I'll go off on a tangent with that. But just if you watch This Is Us with like someone you're living with, I guarantee you there's babies being made. Like you're just like, oh wow, that's a good one.
Yeah. For the idea of like Game of Thrones is the last one. In a genre sense, yes. I feel like, again, This Is Us is one of those things where people who watch that show tunes in every week. And again, it's like only, I think one season's only 10 episodes. So it's like,
it's quick.
It's the same idea with Game of Thrones where it's just like, oh, here's technically a binge watch, except it's not the whole year like for all these other shows. Which, in fact, crazy news for people who watch DC TV and the CW, Arrow is ending.
Yeah.
Arrow is ending with the final season.
This is gonna sound weird. Is that
a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
It's bittersweet, but
it's a good thing.
It kind of needs to end.
Like The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
That needs to end.
Yeah.
That just needs to end. I feel like that should end, and wherever they end, Kirkman should kind of get all those pieces that he thrown in the TV show and incorporate it into the comics.
Yes.
Is
it just it? See, this is the problem with those shows on like network television. Is the model? I think because you have streaming now, people are bored with it. It just makes you sit there and be like, ugh.
Well, it's also the idea of like, in this generation now, it's that instant gratification. Right? You want to watch.
But it's also here's the thing. You know what you're doing. Like after The Walking Dead, where you see all of this stuff happening, and you're kind of like, all right, dude, like get to the point.
Yeah.
Like there's certain things you're like,
It sounds like a soap opera.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, it is.
It's a zombie soap opera.
I was like, seems like it's a soap opera. It never ends.
Arrow,
one person dies.
Arrow is literally, I swear to God, it's a superhero soap opera.
It is, yeah.
That's what it is.
For sure.
Like there's a love triangle, and he's got a kid, and you're just like, oh my god. So,
like this season is about to end, which is season 7.
Yeah.
And then the next season is only 10 episodes.
Right.
Which is great.
Remember how I said that the one I'm looking for, Gotham. The last episode, there's a thing about how Batman shows up. And it's gonna be on network television, and what they're talking about. If you do watch Gotham, that's cool. I've jumped in and out, but this season, for anybody that's not seeing it, just watch this season. Like I said, it's the like.
Didn't you say it was supposed to be? That should have been season 1.
This should have been the series.
Oh wow!
This should have been the series. Like
so, basically, you just want me to watch the last season of
Gotham.
and that will give me everything that I
pretty much
don't need to.
Like
watch.
if you're a comic book person, you can jump in and be like, oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, it's cool. All right.
What was the other 6 seasons for?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if there were 6, but I'm just saying, like, well, what are these other seasons were for?
And that's the perfect example of like network television where you're like, oh, good lord, like.
Oh, I forgot to mention or ask. What's his name? Agent
Coulson?
Yes, isn't he back in Captain Marvel?
Because it takes place in the 90s. So he's alive. So he's alive in the 90s. But let's be honest, he's been alive for the longest time.
Yes.
And this is where the for fans like me and just in general, like especially fans with continuity, the fact that they're not even saying that he's alive.
Yeah, because I thought he died.
Technically, he's an agent. He's in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, and he's alive there.
Yeah.
But which is weird. Like the movies don't ever reference the show, but the show always references the movies.
Yeah,
that's weird.
But
there's a
disconnect. What Tommy's about to say.
Yeah, there's a disconnect between the movies and television, and that's what ultimately Disney Plus wants to breach the gap.
Oh, good.
Because you can flesh it out.
Because that would bring the gaps together.
Also, it kind of. In a sense, if you look at it in a not the bigger picture, but just like a picture where if the Avengers ever find out that Coulson is alive, it kind of breaks the idea of them forming together because of Coulson dying. That was one of the things why they wanted to, like in the first Avengers movie, Coulson died, and the fact that he was such a fan of Captain America, that hit him hard. And so that was one of the things, like, you know what, let's do this, let's team up.
Yeah.
For not just for everyone in the world, not just for the human race or whatever it is, for the good of the people, but also for this one friend that died, believed in us and believed in me. That so it kind of breaks that, because I feel like which it's a big if they ever find out he's alive, they'll be like, you've been alive this whole time? What the fuck?
The whole time.
The whole time. There's like season 7, 8. I don't know.
You guys are busy.
Yeah.
When was I gonna come after you?
And that show, I fell off of that show, but that show's like up and down. Like first season was great. Second season was like pretty good. Third season was like better than second, but not as good as the first. The fourth was like it's like up and down.
You know what I feel like that is? It's like licensing rights. Like there's something you can feel like behind the scenes. You're like, we got an idea. Nah, you can't do that. That doesn't fit in.
Yeah. But yeah, he's alive, so we're gonna see him tonight in his full glory. Yes. It'll be awesome.
He's back.
He's back for now. So
and then
Nick Fury.
Yeah. No. Was this your Nick Fury?
Yes.
You actually. Guys. I think in this one we learn how he loses.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But then there's also, like, again, for the continuity and the just that time frame for the fans who are like really nitpicky about that. There's like, well, there's suppose it happened in this because he mentioned it in this movie. And now it's in this thing. It's crazy.
And guys, don't forget.
This is what happens when you try to connect the world for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of what DC's doing now.
Yeah.
Now don't forget, guys, the Soul Stone's in there.
Like for
because he's the brother.
Yeah. So which I think what's a cool thing about what DC is doing, like for DC,
it's been so cool.
Hey guys, where's the Soul Stone?
You're right.
I think it's in Nick Fury's eye.
So wrong.
Under that eye patch. Because he's a soul brother.
Yeah, right. Hey man, I was the one with Hawkeye where I was like, in his house, and then I was like, wow, it's way off.
Because that's a family.
That's
a family.
It's love.
It's love. It's a soul.
Part of me was like,
heart and soul.
Can we make that happen? And then I was like, well, I fucked that up.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, sorry.
At this point, it's just like, what the fuck's gonna happen in the Endgame?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of promotional photos out there. There's like this new image that they're not promoting it, but it's just out there now. Like they have different costumes, and I think it's costumes of them probably going to the fucking microverse, or what's it called?
Yeah, that is. Oh god,
Quantum Realm.
Quantum Realm.
There you go.
Like going
coming from a comic book guy.
Dude, you forget, man.
Yeah, there's so much shit.
Well, like Michelle Pfeiffer. Like she comes back and she has superpowers or whatever that is. I'm like, what?
Like they have this new costumes. Like everyone has this costume. I don't even know if we're gonna see it, but I was like, oh, all right, cool.
Well, I guess because they need something to get into the quantum realm,
right? Exactly, or whatever.
Be able to
this will all tie in, and I believe from what I've read, there's 2
Or that's
and-
where everybody disappears to.
So I believe there's 2 end credit scenes. One of them's already leaked,
Really?
so you can technically watch that right
fuck.
now.
No.
Yeah, see,
I'm not watching
just remember like that stuff
The
we're
leak-
talking
Stay
about,
away,
spoilers
YouTube.
and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
YouTube, I know you're watching me right now,
Well, again,
but don't show me.
we know some people out there that they don't care about the spoilers and shit.
That's so stupid. You guys are retarded, okay?
Whoa!
I was gonna say is like at that point you have to pay me money then.
Yeah, seriously, I agree with
Because
Tommy.
That's like, what are you paying money for at that point?
Yeah.
I want more than $2.
So yeah, it's leaked. People can watch the end credits scene, which is
No, that's like a sin. No, you don't do
Is that like going to a book or buying a book and reading the last chapter already?
Yeah.
And knowing what already happens.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you just like
Who does that?
that's what I'm saying.
Oh my
That's what I'm
gosh.
saying.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez,
Y'all
Lord.
people weird.
Right?
Y'all people.
Yeah, I never understood the whole idea of like, oh yeah, no, I don't care about the ending. Like, what? What do you mean? Like that's the part of like the experience of reading a book or a comic book or
Is that a
watching
generational
show.
thing?
I think so. I think it is. I think it is just because everything is at our disposal already.
Yeah.
Dumbledore dies.
Everything is like, oh, I want to know what happens next. I want to know how it ends
Yeah.
right away.
Be
so,
patient.
Because there is no more patience in this world because.
Learn patience.
There you go. Learn patience is
Jeez
more like it.
Louise.
Not be patient. Learn patience.
Yeah.
Everyone has patience, but they don't. It's not.
They don't demonstrate it. They don't
Yeah,
practice
they just
it.
they don't practice it. That's the thing with this.
Sex must suck for you guys.
With this.
Sorry, that just came out. Sorry.
This is coming from a guy who doesn't want to go
Speed dating. That's how we're going.
So.
Great $2 bill.
Right?
But yeah, no.
Gotta
As far as
date.
patience goes, it's
Got
like,
a date to have sex.
George
yeah, you know,
Washington.
it's
Gotta sit down with women to
Yeah,
get
it's a-
some, you know.
yeah.
Thomas Jefferson's on
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
How? What else can you tell us about that $2
Yeah, right.
bill?
What do you got?
Like,
What do you
It's
got?
green.
Yeah?
It's made out of cotton paper.
can you make the president smile? Do you know that trick? Remember that trick?
Can you tell women?
You don't know that trick? Do you know that trick, Tommy?
You gotta fold it in certain ways.
Yeah.
I got one better. You can fold it to see. There's on a dollar bill. You can fold it
Oh.
to see George Washington's penis.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
That's
that one I don't know.
I'll show you that one.
That's
That one I don't know.
Yeah.
Here, let me show
See,
you.
I love it. You
Let me
guys
show you how.
smile. Like, wait for it. I got one for you.
Yeah, I'll show you
The
how.
stuff you learned at junior high.
Yeah. I'll show you how to make Thomas Jefferson smile.
Am
or
I gonna-
any president.
Hey, we
Really.
got a dollar on it. I'll show
Yeah.
you. I'll show you.
I only got a 20 on me.
I don't know if you can do it that one. It's specifically to George Washington on the dollar bill.
So hold it like this, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then tilt it this way,
Yeah.
and tilt it this way, and you'll see.
Smile.
You'll see his face.
Let's do it slowly.
No. Put
No,
the,
you gotta have to. You have to have a fold.
Yeah, you have to have
And
to
tilt
hold.
it.
Now tilt it forward towards you.
I already see it.
Tilt it towards you.
I already see
You
it.
see it, tilt it down then. No, you tilt it down. Or tilt it up, he's like sad.
smiling.
You tilt it down, he's smiling. You didn't know that trick?
No.
Oh, so...
I think you can do it with this one.
Okay, let's try it. Let's try it.
Very.
Uh,
no, it's not a clear bill. Like a clear bill.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, man.
anyways, the stuff you learn.
The stuff you learn.
The stuff you learn.
I think that'll be the topic, I think, next week.
Oh no.
The useless things that you learn in middle school or just in high school
How to
or in
flip a
elementary
pen.
school in general.
Yeah.
What are the useless things that you learned while you were a kid?
Or you used to do that were so fun back then. Like
Yes,
in
it was so fun
class.
back then. Yeah, in class. Yes, that'll be the topic next week. So, like that whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever the hell, and then you
Alright.
choose a number, and then that's how many times you have to do it again, and then you open it up, and there's a color. Oh, that's what it is, numbers and colors,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Something
yeah,
like that. And you do this thing. So yeah,
Do you,
what are
remember,
the...
do you remember MASH? Like,
Yes! Okay, that's the topic for next week. What? Not just like, I guess, what would you call those? Like games? Or like
I
useless?
have no idea.
Games? You don't know
classroom.
that?
I know it, but
Okay.
I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You never made like a bow and arrow with like a paper clip? Just,
Yeah.
I made the football with the.
yeah, see? There you go. See? Yeah.
Get-
Right here. Right here. That like at the end of like, can I get a touchdown?
Yeah. Oh my god. So that'll be our topic for next week. What are the useless shit that you learned in high school?
Rubber band.
Rubber
middle
band
school?
with the
Yeah.
paper clip.
Oh.
Boom!
Mm-hmm.
Or here's another one for you.
No, we'll go in the next week.
Yeah,
We'll save that for next week.
Next week.
We'll save that for next week. You wanna go to outro, Mr. Speed Dating
No,
Guy?
because you do it better than I do.
What do you mean? The more you do it, the more you do it, the more you'll. Oh shit! The more you get used to it. The more you'll get used to it.
You're the center, sir. Go for
Well,
it.
Yeah, you are the
guys,
center.
I guess that concludes our episode number 107 of the Just
Yes,
Talk
yes,
podcast.
yes.
Again, I am Mr. Panda Mike. This is Hey Hey Rich. This is Tommy B. And follow us on Instagram, Twitter,
Yes.
Spotify, Castbox.
Wait, whoa! We have a Twitter?
Oh, sorry, we don't.
Oh,
have a Twitter. That
dang!
just spit out there.
Dang! We should make a Twitter though, so we can
Maybe.
let the people know
Where we're going?
that, or just like
Where are we eating?
we're about to. I think we should. We'll stay on Instagram for now. I think when we have more of a a better
Yes,
stuff,
yeah,
we'll
that'll
jump on
happen
Twitter.
with that.
Yeah.
So Instagram,
Yeah.
Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
iTunes,
Mm-hmm.
Castbox.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Buzzsprouts. If you guys are
Buzzsprouts.
listening through Buzzsprouts,
Mm-hmm.
But
follow us.
Yeah.
Not follow us.
See?
Subscribe to us on
and then he
YouTube.
comes in at the perfect time.
The Just Talk podcast. Just type it in. You'll see it there, or just go to our Instagram page. We have a link on all the social platforms that we are on. And you guys can follow us, subscribe to us, or just listen to us over there. So yeah.
Yep.
Spider-Man, Black Panther, Captain America, Thor,
X-Force.
Nick Fury. So Captain Marvel, you're watching it tonight.
Yes.
All right.
See you guys.
Until then, we're going silent.